Okay, so I know my skin is like super glowy right now. You're probably thinking, did you just finish with a HydraFacial at the salon? No, I did not. I got my trusty steamer, I got my favorite products, and I am walking you through today how to give yourself an at-home facial that is just like what they do at the spa. Okay, so first step, before you start your at-home facial, one thing to note is the type of steamer, facial steamer you choose to get. There's tons on the market. Some of them are a little bit pricier, like the one I have. Some of them are very inexpensive. Here's what you need to know though. This one I actually asked for Christmas. I wanna say it's $150. It's by Dr. Dennis Gross. You can buy these I've seen them at Sephora. That's actually where I think my mom got it. The thing I love about this one in particular, it has this little water kind of capsule or container or holder. This is where you put all the water in that will come out and obviously turn into steam. Some of the cheaper ones, and the reason I know this is because when I was kind of doing my research about this, I bought a couple really crappy ones before I got finally settled on this one. Asked for this one for Christmas. They will splatter water, kind of like if you have a shitty clothing steamer and it gets water all over your clothes. Imagine that happening on your like really delicate face skin. I am not into that. This one, I've never had that experience with water like splattering onto my face. It's strictly just steam. And I get really close up to it so the steam really penetrates into my pores and have never felt even as much as like a tiny droplet of water. So this is just steam that will come out of the Dr. Dennis Gross steamer. That is my steamer PSA before we get started on the good stuff. So the first step, you're gonna wanna start with clean skin. It doesn't have to be super clean skin, just make sure all your makeup is off. So I've already washed my face and cleansed my skin, but I'm gonna do it again because I really wanna penetrate in there and really get a good deep clean before I hydrate. You're gonna wanna steam for about 2 minutes. I'm gonna hold this up so I don't have to hunch over. This is just gonna really help open up all your pores, help the products go in deeper, and just really open up that deep epidermis that we wanna get that's really kind of that underlayer of skin where our collagen is, you know, where we really wanna hydrate. Once again, I'm not an esthetician, I'm not a dermatologist, I'm just sharing information for what works for me. Open up those pores. Now, you're gonna wanna start, I'm gonna do just a 2-step cleanse, and I'm gonna start, this is the Julep cleansing oil. The reason I'm using an oil for this is because that's where our moisture is starting. It's not gonna strip the moisture barrier of my skin. A lot of times we forget that moisture starts with how we clean our skin, and glowy skin starts with how we cleanse it. And if you're cleansing with a really heavy or not gentle cleanser, you might be running the risk of stripping that top layer of your skin. So we're just gonna massage this in as we steam. My skin already feels so much softer than it did like 45 seconds ago. I brought out another alternative. Typically I do a 2-step when I clean. I do an oil to get all the makeup off, and then I just follow up with just a really gentle cleansing balm. But if you don't, if maybe you already have oily skin and you don't want to do this, I would just do Special Cleansing Gel by Dermalogica or any other cleanser that you love. Maybe if you have a cleansing balm, like the one by Elemis, or maybe the cleansing balm by Colleen Rothschild, those would feel really nice and hydrating too. And I love that this one has a handle. So it's like a little steamer purse. So I'm gonna go rinse this and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I've patted dry my face, rinsed off all the cleanser. Now, step 1 is gonna be cleanse. Step 2 is going to be kind of a peel or an exfoliate. If you have gentle skin, I would recommend a daily resurfacing disc by Rock, because these aren't going to harm your skin, they're not gonna damage your skin, they're just gonna really help take off that top layer of gross, dry skin that we don't want. Now, if you have skin that you've already tested a resurfacing, like kind of more of like an acid pad on, this would be a good alternative. So you could use the Elemis daily resurfacing acid pads. You could use the glycolic acid peel pads by Colleen Rothschild. Any of those would work. So one side is smooth, one side is textured. Just gonna go in, follow with the textured side. And that textured side, when you combine a peel pad or an exfoliator with steam, you're gonna notice that that's really kind of skin that's maybe a little more stubborn, that you have a hard time getting off. You're like, I'm always dry right here in my forehead, and that skin just never comes off. Or I'm always extra dry on my nose, or I'm always extra dry on my chin. I can, no matter how much I exfoliate, I can never get rid of that rough skin. You're gonna notice when you combine your exfoliant with the steam that that skin is just gonna slough right off. Now, if I was using just a traditional peel pad, I wouldn't have to go rinse, but let me go rinse. I'll be right back. Okay, now that we have cleansed, we've peeled, it is time to treat. Okay, so now that we have cleansed and peeled, it is time to treat. So this is where you'd want to use maybe a vitamin C serum or any type of treatment serum you're using in your regimen. Maybe one is for hydrating, maybe a hyaluronic acid treatment serum, maybe it's an anti-line serum, maybe it's a discoloration serum. Whatever type of treatment serum you're using in your regimen, this is where you would apply it. So I'm gonna make sure that skin is really feeling the effects of the steam. Oh, I love it. Okay, so now I am going to take just a little bit of my SkinCeuticals CE Ferulic. I'm gonna rub that together and just press that into my skin. And I can really feel it tingle because my pores are open, so it's really getting in there. And that's the only treatment serum I'm gonna use right now on my face. I'm gonna follow it up though with the LMS. This is the Pro Collagen Neck and Décolleté Balm. So I'm gonna apply this actually to my neck and treat that area, that really sensitive skin. The thing I love about this balm, which I've just started using and loving, it says that in 28 days you get, what does it say? In 28 days, the skin will appear smoother, softer, and more youthful. I love a claim on the back because I'm like, if they have tested that, and they can make that promise on a bottle, especially a brand like LMS, which is huge in UK, then I'm willing to try it. So obviously I'm gonna report back on this. So far, so good. I'm also gonna treat under my eyes with something from LMS. This is their Pro Collagen Eye Mask. The best way I can compare this, ladies, is if you're a Colleen Rothschild Intense Hydrating Mask fan, imagine that mask, but one for your eyes. So you're just gonna take a little bit and dab it under your eye area. You can leave this under your makeup. So you could do this under your makeup. You could also, it's gentle enough that you can use at night. When I heard about this eye mask, I was like, I've got to try this. That really focuses on that delicate eye area. I'm like, sold. Okay, now we are going to, say bye to the steamer and turn her off. Because at this point, I'm wanting my pores to start to close so I can add my moisturizers and hydrators. I'm gonna do a 2-part hydration system today. What you can do, the thing I wanna say about this whole situation too, is when it comes to the products, you can choose your own adventure. Do whatever the hell you want. All I can say is that I would recommend just this order. So cleanse, peel and exfoliate, treat, and then hydrate, and then accompany it with the steamer. But as far as the products are concerned, you do you, girl. If you wanna have a hydrating adventure that's all focused on like hyaluronic acid products, you do that. If you wanna focus on discoloration, you do that. If you wanna focus on more gentle products that are natural, you do that. You do whatever makes your skin happy. And that's what I'm doing for mine. So I am following up my CE Ferulic with Vintner's Daughter, which, my skin just drinks this. It loves it so, so, so much. So I'm gonna press that in. An alternative to Vintner's, if that's a little pricey for you, which it is a little expensive, the Colleen Rothschild Face Oil No. 9, I also love. I use it all the time. It's more of my day oil, and I use Vintner's a lot at night when my skin just really needs some extra hydration. And then I'm just gonna Big Daddy it up today and just really go for it. It's the Augustinus Bader. This is the Rich Cream. I don't use this a lot because it's just so freaking expensive, but my skin really, really loves it. I just have to be like careful with it because it's just, I could use it, I could turn into J-Lo and rub it all over my body. Doesn't she do that? Doesn't she use like La Mer all over her body? I could do that with Augustinus Bader. I can't waste it. So I have to just really conserve the juices. And I always put what's left over on the top of my hands. So we'll finish with that. And then my Laneige, I have no idea. This is their Slip Sleeping Mask. I love this product. It smells like bubble gum. And I'll hydrate my lips, y'all. And that is how you get an at-home facial. Okay, so if you loved this tutorial, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up, like and subscribe to my channel. Also head over to KERRently.com where there's so much more skincare information. There's also style, beauty, fashion, travel, shopping. It's all over there at KERRently.com.